Time now for our Panther Spotlight. This is Todd Bell, and joining us today from our women's basketball team is somebody that is part of head coach Bree Sims' first recruiting class here at ODU. Had not one but two parents that played college athletics, and also is the seventh player in girls basketball history at Shelby High School to go over 1,000 points for her career. Eve Schwemley from the women's basketball team in Shelby, Ohio is our guest today on Panther Spotlight. Eve, thanks for the time today. You're winding down your first season here. Maybe just kind of take a collective thought, and how was the first season of college basketball for you this year?
It's been great. Definitely learned a lot, growing a lot as a player and a person. And just the change in game has been amazing to be a part of, and just to be a part of this team. And the season's maybe hasn't gone exactly how we would have wanted it to, but still having an opportunity at the tournament's really cool.
What are some of the things that have kind of stuck out at you, maybe surprised you about the college basketball game coming into this season, that even whether it's been off the court, on the court, that's kind of jumped out at you this year?
Definitely the speed of the game and just how fast it is, and 40 minutes instead of, I forget how much it is in high school, but it's a long game. And being, whether you're playing or on the bench, it's hard to be, you got to be locked in the whole time. And defensively, there's no breaks, offense or defense. You got to be ready every second. I
know you were saying before we started this that everybody's competitive as well. I mean, there's no off nights when you're playing in this league. What about coming in as a player that you were a starter at Shelby, you were the player at Shelby, now you've had to kind of take a different role as coming off the bench this year. How hard of an adjustment was that for you? I mean, what have you learned about yourself?
Yeah, I think it's definitely been a big change in just learning how to be the best at the role I've been given and what I can do to make my team better, whether it's playing or not even playing, and just in practice in general. Coach Sims talks about a lot how every single person on the bench, on the floor, is a part of the team and has a huge role, and we need every single one of them to win games. And it's definitely been different, but I'm just trying to do the best I can to get our team wins.
And your role has even changed a little bit now as the season has progressed with an injury to Sarah Oakes. You've had to take over a little bit more of the ball handling responsibilities. What has been the hardest thing about that, and what have you learned so far?
Yeah, coming in, I've never played point guard. It's a big difference, even just point guard in high school to college being a point guard. I mean, I had no idea college point guards were calling plays, calling the out-of-bounds plays. So that's definitely been a change. I have to see a lot on the floor. Sarah's been so helpful and so helpful to me, just helping me see things that maybe I don't see, that she was a good point guard. She sees a lot that maybe other people don't. You always have to be ready. You know how every play from every position so your team can be set up correctly. It's just definitely been a big change.
Well, and that's a lot on your plate too, because I'm sure still even trying to learn your own position as the year goes on. Coaches are always throwing more and more on your plate. Now learning a different position as well. What's been the hardest thing for you to learn or remember, or is it just focusing on what you're doing at the moment?
I think just I know the plays. Sometimes you might forget it for a second, but we know them. We know what we're doing out there. We practice a lot and we work on those things, so it's just being calm and ready for what's given to you.
This has been an interesting group because there are 6 freshmen on this team. You've come from different areas of the state of Ohio. How's the bond been for this group of freshmen so far this year?
It's been so good. We're all great friends. I mean, we hang out at basketball, of course, and outside of basketball all the time. We all really just love each other and enjoy spending time with each other. And just creating those friendships from not knowing each other has been really cool.
Outside of Brooke and Carly Nelson, everybody was from different places. Did you have any relationships with anybody come across AAU or anything like that before you stepped foot on campus?
I didn't. Maybe I've heard one of their names here and there from something well they've done, but I really had no idea who any of them are. And it's just been really cool to get to know each of them.
Yeah, how different is that? Because you grew up with the same group of girls that you were playing basketball with. Were you like researching online for different players, or maybe looking at some of their game film, or how did you guys, I mean, what's that like when you're stepping into a room full of ladies that you really don't know a whole lot about?
Yeah, it's definitely a big difference, especially in high school. You've played with people for so long, you kind of get a connection, but just building that connection on and off the court and just learning how each person plays and seeing those things has been really cool.
So you grew up in Shelby, Ohio, which is about an hour and 20 minutes north of Columbus, kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's not a very big town, so you kind of probably know everybody, right? What was it like growing up in Shelby? Tell me a little bit about it.
I love it. I mean, it's definitely different here, the city being in the city, but yeah, if we go to the city, we come to Columbus or Cleveland, so it's definitely a different area, and just the community surrounding is awesome. Everybody knows everyone, and it's just great to see people even if you're not expecting to, and just such a cool environment.
You came from a very strong girls' high school basketball program. What was this community support like?
It was really good. So many people were wanting to watch us play, come to the games, supporting us online even if they couldn't. It was just a great environment to play in and have that community support.
Did you play any other sports at Shelby?
I also played volleyball.
How'd you come about making the decision for basketball then?
I always liked basketball more. It was just kind of, I wanted to do another thing, just change it up every once in a while.
Sure.
But I've always just enjoyed basketball more and felt like that was where I was supposed to be.
And probably your mom, who had played college basketball at Kent State and had a great high school career. She, probably was a basketball influence for you. Your dad played college baseball. What was it like growing up with parents who had such strong athletic backgrounds?
Yeah, I mean, definitely really nice of them to help me as much as they have in my career, and just growing me as a player in person and always being there and just wanting me to be the best I can. You
said earlier that your dad coached you a little bit. What was that like playing for Dad?
It was good. Definitely some tension every once in a while. He really has made me the player I am. He's been so helpful, so thankful for him. It's just definitely, he never actually coached me. He was just in the gym with me, but he's been so helpful.
How about any siblings?
Yes, 2 older brothers.
And what was that like with 2 older brothers growing up?
Everything's a competition. I mean, the most competitive people I know, they've also, if I don't want to go in the gym, they say stupid stuff to me to make me mad that makes me want to go into the gym. They've just been great and helpful for me.
Can you beat them in anything? Or do you beat them in everything?
They're both super athletic, super... I try my best. They both play me one-on-one all the time. It's competitive, but I probably usually am on the losing side, but it's definitely made me better.
Yeah, that's all right. So you came to Ohio Dominican. You're in a little bit bigger city. So have you gotten it out and about in the city of Columbus? And what's it like for you growing up in a small town now being here in Columbus?
It's really different because Columbus really has everything. And if you want to go do whatever you can, instead of just... you have such little things to do in a small town.
You'd have to really plan for something when you're back home, right?
Yeah, but it's definitely nice just being able to, I want to go to somewhere specific. You can because it's here.
Right, very close by. What about on campus? What's your experience been like so far?
On campus, it's been great. Everybody's so welcoming and just so nice to see them around, everybody around, and just super helpful.
Adjustment in the classroom, how different was that for you from high school to college?
It hasn't been too bad. My schedule is less with classes, but I feel like I have less time most of the time. But just the workload is maybe a little different, but it's really not too bad for me.
And how about off the court? What have you gotten involved in here on campus?
I've joined AIA. I go to their meetings almost every time, and it's definitely been really cool to get to know some of those people at AIA.
How'd you get involved in that?
Our team, a lot of the team goes. Macy, one of the seniors, is discipling me and has really always invites me and asks if I'm going. So yeah.
Major, have you decided on one here?
Yes, exercise science.
Okay, what's the plans for that?
I want to go to a nursing program after I graduate here.
Okay, what maybe influenced you there, or do you have anybody in the family that's involved in nursing?
I know a few people in nursing. I just want to help people and be there for people who are in hard times.
Okay.
And my brother's fiance is a nurse, so she's a super first-hand person that I can talk to if
Somebody
I need.
to lean back on for sure. All right. Last week of the season, looking to pick up a couple of wins, trying to get into the postseason. Beyond that, what's next for you in terms of trying to improve your basketball game on the court?
Definitely everything. Everything I can do can get better, but I really want to work on my ball handling and just one dribble pull-ups, just make myself better for my team, and yeah.
Always growing on the court, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure watching you and your teammates this year get better, and hopefully we'll have a good last week. Eve, thanks for the time today.
Thank you.
Eve Schwemley joining us here on Panther Spotlight. And remember, you can always go to our YouTube page at Ohio Dominican Athletics and check out all of our interviews from the year. This is Todd Bell. Thanks for joining us today.